Is this his first crisis?
Crisis?
That is what the ailment associated to the sickle cell is called.
Sickle cell? Oh, I don't understand. What has that got to do with my son battling with severe cold in there?
You know, it's generally believed that the first child may get spared. But I hope that your doctor has prepared you against the journey ahead.
Journey? Please, I'm more confused. What are you talking about? What journey? What risk, doctor?
You don't know your child's genotype?
Well, it's likely AA or AS. We have not had any reason to check. We are hoping by the time you get to the age, to go to school, we do all that checkup and all that.
Well, I'm sorry to be the one to break the news to you that your child is SS.
Oh, no, it can't be serious. It's absolutely impossible. I know how these things work a bit, I am AS. My husband is AA, doctor. That child in there is mine. Don't even go there because I did not cheat on him. You got it all wrong. Baby, you're not saying anything.
There is something I've been longing to tell you. The doctor isn't wrong.
What are you saying?
I had hoped and prayed that Junior would be spared.
Oh, what are you saying? You are confusing me the more.
Baby, I lied to you. I didn't want to lose you, so I lied. I paid the doctor to swap my test result for an AA genotype so that you will agree to marry me.
What are you saying? You are confusing me the more.
You said so many times how you prefer just one child. So I hope that the child we will have will be spared. I took a gamble. I'm sorry. Baby, please. I'm sorry.
Leave me alone. Get your hands off me.
Baby, please.
Don't dare me.
Baby, please now, please.
Get out of the road. Excuse me.
Baby. Baby, please. Say something.
You were there when I received a call that he has gone into crisis again. You were there when I drove throughout the night under the rain. We are praying that God should wake her up from coma. You were there, we stood beside our door. We were hoping that the doctors would come out with good news. You were there when my whole world was shattered. The news came that I lost my only sister. Jerry, you were there with me. And now you stand before me to tell me that I have a sickle as a child. That I have a sickle in my hands. Jerry, what have I ever done to you?
Baby, please. I'm sorry. I don't want to lose you.
Don't you ever tell me that you're sorry. Don't you ever. What will your stupid sorry do to me? You have already lost me. I want a divorce.
Baby, please.
I am
please.
done.
I love you so much. I love you so much that I was desperate to have you in my life. Please.
Calm down. Calm down. Let's go back to the office, please. Please, ma'am.
Baby, please.
It's always a pleasure to have you. Welcome to your favorite show, Lifelines with Mima. My name is Mima. Today, we're treating a rather heartbreaking subject. It's about sickle cell anemia. You don't want to miss it. It promises to be something intriguing, something interesting, and of course, you're going to walk away learning something new. Let's see what's happening. I've just been informed, so let's see if we can catch them on time. Come with me. Oh, wow. Hello, doctor. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, madam. It's
Welcome.
okay. Thank you. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, can you calm down? Calm down, please. Okay. Okay, can we go to my office and talk about this?
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
Can we go to my office?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, madam. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Have a tissue. I'm sorry. Sorry. Thank you for seeing me, okay? At the end of the day, your son will be fine. We'll definitely find ways of making him better and giving him a good quality and healthy life, okay?
I'm also a victim of this situation. Yes, look at me. I have a child who is also SS. And trust me, I can tell you that it has not been easy at all. It's been so difficult to take all in. But don't worry. At least we have solutions now. All right? Just take it easy. Junior will be very fine. Your child will be taken care of. Just understand that it will be well, okay? Wipe your tears. Come on, cheer up.
Thank you, doctor.
Yeah, Mima. Please, I'd like to go back to my office, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, see you later.
Thank you. See you then.
It is well.
Please take a minute, okay? Take a minute. Okay. Now, let me just explain a few options to you, okay? Sickle cell is a disease that affects our blood cells. And of course, it's a terrible thing because symptoms vary. Everything from joint and bone pains, chest infections and pains, stunted growth, and a whole host of other symptoms that may affect a child. But the truth is, there are options now, there's treatment now. None of us advocate for AS couples to marry except they are conscious and aware and they are capable of using other options like adopting children, like IVF using donor egg or donor sperm, or even IVF with PGD, right? Except they are able to handle these things and do it this way, we don't normally advise them to get married. But there are options now and they can make it safe. But for children that are already, or people that are already living with the disease, we have more medications now that keep them healthier. Across Africa, our major problem, the major problem that SS patients have is malaria. So as much as possible, we'll keep him in a mosquito net at all times. Keep him hydrated. And then, of course, remember that we're going to be managing whenever crises come up with pain medication, blood transfusion. You know, there's a host of things that the doctors will do to manage him. And he will be on medication, for the rest of his life, most likely. But, madam, calm down. I know this is very difficult for you. But let me tell you something, okay? Now, there's the option of a stem cell transplant or a bone marrow transplant, okay? Now, this option is quite expensive and may be difficult for you to afford. We're talking 16 million, 20 million naira. I know. But you know what? I have some contacts in Italy and Germany, all right? And from time to time, they make provisions for children from Africa, from Nigeria, who need this treatment and can come for free. Okay? I will foot the travel bills. I will foot the hotel expenses. When it is time, it may take time to get him on the list, okay? Maybe a year, maybe a year and a half, I don't know. But I will try. I'll do my best, okay? Once it's time, I'll let you know. We'll sort it out and Junior will be fine, okay? We'll give him the chance of this treatment and God helping us, he should be fine. This normally is a cure. It's just that it's highly expensive and a serious procedure, okay? Right? And for the marriage, I'm sorry, okay? I know he has done wrong, okay? He has done wrong. He's gone way beyond, okay? But you see, the heart wants what it wants. And at that time, he against his best judgment, he made that mistake. Sir, please, this should be the last time. You know, I'm going to beg for you on this time, but from now on, you have to do everything in your power to build trust in this relationship, and that means being completely honest and transparent with your wife.
Yes.
So please, madam, you know, you would need him as much as possible, even to have healthy children, to be able to be donors for the stem cell transplant for your baby. You both as parents, your genes together is more likely to produce another child that can help the first one with stem cell, with the stem cell procedure. Okay? So you still need each other. And I tell you, this road is a rough one, okay? You do need him. What we can also do is couples therapy, because I know what this has done to you. I know how it has shattered your heart and what it has done to your marriage, okay? So we'll also do for you, starting 2 weeks from now, we'll do at least 3 to 6 months couples therapy, okay? So we can deal with the emotion and the pain, okay? Would that be okay?
Thank you. It will.
Would that be?
Dr. Mima, at least I have hope.
Yes, let's hope.
I wish I knew this earlier on. I don't think my sister would have gone 6 feet below. But that does not change the fact that I still want a divorce. I won't forgive him.
I'm so sorry.
I can't.
So sorry. I know you are pained, but you do need him, okay? So let's not take any final decisions yet, okay? Let's give you time to process all of this and calm down. You know, you're not in the right frame of mind to take major decisions at this time, okay? Please, okay? I'll be with you every step of the way, right? I'm truly sorry.
Maybe I'm very sorry.
Sorry. That will be all for now. Okay. Please take her home, sir. I'm sure Junior will be discharged later today. So take her home. I'll see you guys again very soon. All right? I'll be in touch, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, take care. All right. Take care. Welcome back. You're still watching Lifelines with Mima, and today we're treating the subject of sickle cell disorders. With me, I have a special guest in our guest corner today. Her name is Shirley Hills. She's a business management consultant, a resilience leadership coach, and an advocate for women empowerment, and also a sickle cell survivor. You are very welcome, my darling. Oh, by the way, she's my friend too.
Thank you very much, Mima.
Thank you for
And
honoring our invitation.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's nice to see you. You look beautiful.
You too. Thank you.
Okay, so let's get right into it. So please, could you give us a little summary of your sickle cell story?
I have lived with sickle cell and have survived it. Sickle cell is not what you want to go through. It's also not what you want to wish your enemy. Because bone pain crises it could be very life-threatening. Overcoming it has just been about knowing what happens when the pains come, and understanding that you need to have and live a healthy lifestyle.
You mentioned your personal life. Tell me, how has this affected your personal life?
When I was going to go into the secondary school and I had to write the common entrance examination,
I was struck with bone pain crisis. And I was living in Cross River in Calabar at the time, and the school was in Port Harcourt. So that was already a no-no for my parents, a no-no for me. And my parents said, no, we're not going to let her go to boarding school with this, experience. And that was actually the very first time I was going to be having such a very, severe bone pain crisis. I was in the hospital from the March 6th of that year till August 17th.
Wow, that long?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
it must have been terrible.
Very terrible. Very terrible for a little girl.
That's confused.
And then we move into secondary school, JS3, planning for my junior WAEC. I also had hit with almost a near-death experience. It affected me because, you want to be like every other person who everybody says are normal.
Yes.
After my 200 level, I had to be sent back home because I had another near-death experience. I had to be sent back home, and I was now going to uni from home. Wow. Then fast forward to marriage. Of course, you need to be very picky and very, about the genotype of your
spouse,
or of your spouse. And for me, I didn't put, with what I was going through, I set up an NGO for sickle cell advocacy and, nurture of those who were going through that. Marriage happened, and then it was short-lived.
Wow.
Yes, because divorce happened thereafter.
Oh, that's so
and
sad.
Of course, my partner at the time didn't quite understand.
Yes.
Didn't quite understand what was going through. His family too didn't understand. As a sickle cell warrior at the time, I've been through hell and back with this thing called sickle cell.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I have a son who I'm very, pleased with. And it's like my greatest achievement. But, parenting with sickle cell is also a tough one.
The challenge, yes.
It's also a tough one. But God has seen me through.
We have a situation here where a young couple, they come in with their son to the hospital because he's ill, only to find out that he has sickle cell disease, something that his mother was not expecting at all because she was almost certain that her husband's genotype was AA. We came to find out that he lied to her and married her despite the fact that he knew that they were not compatible. What advice do you have for people that are thinking about going along these lines? Let me just marry by faith. I will not have a sickler child.
We live in an informed world, like I said, so we shouldn't be tempting God. Love is something you don't choose who you love.
That's the thing. Yes.
When it happens, it happens.
Yes.
You're just in love with this person. I know several times where I told my parents, I was always cussing at them. Why did you people get married? You're too literate not to know these things. Why would you bring? And I lost a sister to sickle cell. So why would you bring a child into this world to come and have such pain? And in the same vein, I'm going to ask those people who want to go along these lines of marriage, without doing their due diligence. Why do you want to stand the risk or the chances or the probability of bringing a child into this world to suffer? I look all glammed up, but you would never know when the pains are there. Sometimes, I've had to carry through events with severe pains and cramps in my body, and it's not a journey you want a child to suffer through. Yeah. So it's best to ensure that you are genetically compatible.
Yes, very important.
Ensure that you know your genotype. And for me, I think it should become a criminal offense.
Yes.
You are causing that child pain.
Exactly. Why even start it in the first place? Yes, why? If it can be avoided.
If you can avoid it. Love is not enough.
Indeed, love is not enough.
Yes, love is not enough.
There's nothing that shows that you have it. How do you manage to get by?
I think I'm just one of the favored ones. But you see, when you say favored, it's just in the looks.
That's true, but inside.
But my cells are sickled. It's just in the looks. But my cells are sickled. And, I hurt every time that, these pains come. And nobody can tell. I lost a sister. My parents lost a child. They decided to take more care, to handle me with care when they realized that I was SS. This that you see is a result of my parents' hard work.
Wow.
First off.
That's
And
very
of course, when I
important.
now had to take care of myself, I knew the things I needed to do. I needed to hydrate. I needed to stay out of too much sun. I needed to stay out of dusty places. I needed to reduce the stress on myself. I needed to avoid anything that would cause me traumatic experiences. There is a whole lot you need to avoid. There's a whole lot you need to understand the lifestyle.
Yes, it's a
And
lifestyle.
it's a
now.
lifestyle now for me.
Yes.
You know, take your supplements as often as possible. You know, avoid whatever will cause you crisis.
Wow.
And that's what has helped me. And of course, looking good is good business.
Oh, you do look good indeed. So what has been some of like the most traumatic experiences when it comes to stigma?
When sickle cell warriors cannot function properly at the workspace or in society,
Yes.
you know, you are losing a huge part of, you know, a good part. We may not be so huge in number, but you're losing a huge part of people who can add value.
Yes. Yes.
You know, because you I'm not saying this because I'm a warrior, but you know, if you check, most sickle cell warriors are very intelligent.
They are.
They are very intelligent.
They are.
You know, it's frustrating. You know, many people don't want to give them opportunities. Many people don't want to even discuss dating with them or marriage, even when you know your genotype is AA.
Yes.
There's still that stigma. I don't want to have a liability at home and all of that. But I know that when you are able to take care of yourself, you know, you can actually reduce the pain and the stress.
Yes.
But with stigma, with trauma, you know, it's a whole lot. It varies, you know.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you. There you have it. Don't go anywhere. After this break, there's more. Welcome back. You're still watching Lifelines with Bima. Thank you for staying with us. Wow, it's been a hectic day, and unfortunately, we have a baby involved. The issue of sickle cell anemia is something that can easily be avoided. With knowledge and information, there's so much you can do to ensure that this doesn't happen to any other child. When there's no trust in any relationship or marriage, you see that everything else is wrong and everything crumbles. Unfortunately, we have a little baby who is a victim of this problem. Sickle cell anemia has options now. There are treatments. You can do bone marrow transplants and a host of other things. But the truth is this, it's quite expensive, and you know what? The risk of losing your child or whoever is involved is always quite high. So if we can avoid it, why don't we do so? For couples out there, I've had in my practice lots of couples that come. I love him. I can't do without her. But our genotypes do not match. What do we do? And I tell them, look at IVF options, look at PGD options, okay? The medical field has advanced to great lengths now, and there's so many treatments, so many things you can do before you start having the children, not after having them, okay? So if you must be together, look for what the options are out there. Make sure you take some of them before you take the step of marrying each other. I hope you've learned something new. I hope this has blessed you. And I hope that you join us same time, same place next week. Until we see you next time, don't forget that you don't need to go through life's issues alone. You know why? Mima cares.